Hey, what's up? I'm Daulton. That's Matt from the Maguas. Yo. And we're here to play a playthrough video of our song, Funeral.
And I know the mirrors always show who's to blame is all she wrote. Really is just to let me go, just like you always do.
So we're going to start off with the beginning of it. In the recording, the beginning of it is just me playing two chords, going from the C to an E with the accented notes up top. And then we all kick in, and Jenkins joins me. This is what it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hell yeah. Woo. So that part is the intro, and that was the chords we had in mind for the verse, and we're like, yeah, hell, it's gonna sound good in the intro, so that's cool. Our inspiration for this song was actually our drummer Brandon. He came to us with a bunch of lyrics, some of the deep, meaningful lyrics that he writes. He's a maniac with that kind of stuff. He knows. He came to us, but he's not the greatest guitar player in the world, so he's like, hey guys, I got this idea
Brandon
in my
always,
mind.
Yeah, classic drummer always come to me. Yeah, I got this guitar part in my brain. It's in my mind. He's like, Jenks, can you write something to this?
We had a little sit-down session. We all got together, and we were just sitting there running through a couple chords, trying to figure out what sounded good, what fit the vibe of the song. And, I think he had some chords mapped out, but we didn't have any of the leads written over top of it. We didn't have anything sort of planned out at all. So when we came up with that verse part, he had this cool drum beat that I was chugging along to and sort of accenting where he's hitting the snare and sort of leaving with a cool vibe that has like a somber feel almost. I think it's got like a little bit of a vibe that's like it's hopeful but not too hopeful.
It gives me kind of a sad vibe.
Yeah, it's like
upbeat, but it definitely has a somber vibe to it.
It's this weird mix of like hopeful and sad, and it's this weird mix of all the emotions going through the song. Everything in the song sort of comes together at that point and then builds as we move on. You want to play a little bit what it sounds like in the verse here?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we had for the verse, and Eric sings some beautiful lines over top of that with the lyrics that Brandon wrote. And then we were kind of moving on towards the chorus, in a natural progression. We were sitting there and we're like, I really liked coming back down to that D afterwards. Yeah. It's kind of the same similar vibe as you have, but it's a little bit more open. I feel like the whole chorus is a little bit more of a fullness to it that I don't think
it opens up.
It opens up quite a bit, and I feel like it's just a cool way to sort of just jam out and sort of sing along all your depressions away. What I mean?
Yeah.
How about you? What do you think about it?
My favorite part about this song is I just do leads the whole time, and I kind of like that. I hate switching between leads and chords, but it's fun. It's my favorite leads to play out of all the songs we wrote so far. It's just
cool
really,
leads.
It's just really a jam.
Yeah,
I just love playing it a lot.
It's simple, but it gets the point across. I think it's a really cool way to drive the song along.
The song really moves, too.
Yeah, it's a driving song. It's like one of those songs that you're just like kind of bopping your head to the whole time. Want to play the chorus?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. So then we have that cool stop because we have the just like you always do, and then we refrain that in the second chorus. First verse and second verse are pretty much the same thing with different lyrics, and then the second chorus we actually do that 3 times, and you got your nice little solo yell there.
Yeah,
he gets the nice little
my vocal debut on the EP.
Yeah, and it's tasty. It's tasty. You get up there. You get up there quite well.
Yeah, high fucking voice. Let's talk about where we recorded the song.
Right. Okay.
Probably Carlisle, right? Is that where we wrote
Well, we first learned it as a band in Carlisle, and then we recorded it in Mr. L. Hankins' back room.
It all came to the back room.
Yeah, it all came to the back room, actually right behind this camera right here. is a back room filled with studio equipment, and we did our demos and all of our recording there. And Mr. Jenkins to my right, he actually mixed and mastered it all because he's mixed and mastered Jenkins.
Love doing it. It's a blast.
Yeah, and he's killer at it. Talk about what you
Thank
did
you.
for it. How many versions of that song did you do?
Oh my God, the band. These guys are the worst. You know.
Oh, we're the worst.
I'd send get mix one. It's like, all right, I'm expecting 2-3 revisions. Next thing you know, I'm on like 26.
We wanted it to
Mix
sound
26.
right.
And then everybody's like, no, I don't know, 17. I really like how the vocals sound, but
Mix
13,
24,
I really
that
like
was
how
the
the bass
greatest.
sounds in 13. And then I'm like, oh God, all
Yeah,
right.
we ended up going with like mix 25 or 6 or something
I don't
crazy.
know. And
But
that's every song off the EP, not
every
just
song.
Funeral.
We put a lot of work into that one. This is one of the few songs I think that we actually sat down all as a band and got together and wrote, because some of the other ones in the EP were actually written prior to us either starting the band or not really meant for the band, and then we sort of reworked them to be meant for the band. And so this one, though, I think was the first one we sat down and like,
This is pretty collaborative.
this was like, all right, what are we doing here? Who's doing what?
Yep.
You know, what leads do we want in this part? What rhythm do we want? You know, how's the drum sound with this part? And it was really just a whole collaborative idea that came together. And, I just really think that it's, this is my favorite song on the album. I know I've said that before, but this is.
No, this is my favorite too. Even on a mixing standpoint, I was proud of this one. All right, so this next part here is probably the coolest part out of any song in the EP.
I
Do you agree?
I love
about
this
that?
part. Yeah.
I love this part. I forget who had the idea to do this grand. Was it Brandon's idea to break down?
Well, no, I wrote the part, and
Mhm.
then I think we all just were sort of collectively like, let's make this like crazy.
Yeah.
Because I remember
I
writing. I
remember-
remember sitting there like we were messing around,
Mhm.
and we were trying to decide where we were gonna go after the second chorus, and I just had that cool like riff, like the, and that part just like I was like, let's do something like this. That's a cool like ending to the song.
Yeah.
I think we were all like, what if we slowed it down and just
Uh-huh.
jammed out?
Yeah.
But I think that it really just, like I said, it's more of a gritty ending.
Mhm.
And I think it's grittier than any other part on the EP. I think it's really raw.
It is. Especially with Eric kind of just singing. It's drumless for a while without the do.
Yep.
But it kind of gives you that gritty, dark, little emotional feel. And then
Yeah.
it kicks in. It's very emotional at the very end.
Yeah, I think that's
when
the
it
whole
ends
point of the
off.
song, is really to be as emotional as possible and
Yeah.
try to like really, because the lyrics that came to us were very emotional, and you want to make sure that the lyrics match your song as best as possible. That's when you get something good.
Yeah.
Whether it's an opposite thing or whether it's you're going all for it.
Mhm.
There's definitely a vibe that you want for certain lyrics, and I think that this part right here really describes the vibe of the lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the coolest thing to have everything sort of build to that final dual melody chorus-y type
it's-
ending.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like
What do
an
you think?
anthem-y
Yeah, it's
final
like-
end part is.
I
is
just
what
picture
get.
like everyone at the end just pumping
all-
their fist. That's
yeah.
like, and that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to write, and I think we.
I feel like it always gets people's attention, this song.
Yeah.
Especially, we end the set on it, but it just has that vibe. And especially when it switches, everybody's like, whoa, what's happening right now?
Yeah,
Everybody focuses in. Even
it's
if they weren't
grittier.
focused. I noticed people just kind of like, what the?
Yeah, what's
Wow,
going on there?
this is crazy. What is
Yeah.
this? Well, anyways, should we play it?
Yeah, let's play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That really finished it off. We got the dual melodies at the end, and you know, that's Funeral.
That's it right
my
there.
favorite song on the EP, and
Yeah.
what I really hope that this band, you know, the direction we're
Yeah,
going
it
in,
set the vibe.
it really set the vibe for what we're going to be doing. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Last night